the our favorite Beauregard decided to throw up this morning. So he's sitting on his little blankie, but he's fine. Anyway, start you up 45 minutes to re-energize your body, reinvigorate your mind, and reconnect with your soul, and also reconnecting with your body. I think that's probably one of the most important things. We live our lives so much outside of ourselves in this world that we're in, that I highly encourage you to practice conscious breathing, to periodically through the day just come back into your body and feel into it. It's an amazing vessel that we have, and I think we have lost our ability to listen to it. So welcome, welcome. And I want you to take a deep breath and just bring it in. Forget about your week, forget about whatever happened. Just actually take your fingers and just kind of pull the energy around your head and just kind of get the crap out. Just kind of loosen up, you know, shake it up. Do a few things right here to get yourself out of your head. Out of your head and into your human. Yeah, you can do that anytime you need to. It's a visual, but it's also moves the energy. So just, you know, you can practice that. Another thing you can do is you can, when you're feeling like slumpy, like, you know, you've been sitting a lot or you're just not energetic, there's a really nice way that you can just lengthen right here. You can just do it yourself. Maybe make yourself taller. But a really nice way to do that, to work through it, easy. Yeah, just put that in your toolkit. You get that. We're going to go ahead and just start with a little energy zesting. So I want you to ground your feet. I want you to feel your human. Might as well take one moment to pull our shoulder blades together, squeeze them together, drop them down. That opens up your chest, helps you feel that core, lengthens your spine, great for your posture, great for your breathing, and counteracting that forward folding that we do in this society. So we're going to start with a little energy zesting. So we're going to take it across the body, right there, across. We're just moving the energy around. I was just looking over at my orchids, and I have some beautiful new blooms. They're quite lovely. Kind of nice to see new blooms as we're seeing. I live in the Pacific Northwest, and fall is full on. The trees are changing. Colors are exquisite, but we've had a fairly quick departure from summer. We had a beautiful summer. And now you're going to think of that core, but we're going to take our leg across the midline. So you want to move with that and breathe with it. Lovely. So I had the privilege Friday night of going out and listening to some live music, an Italian band, all original works that they've written. Absolutely amazing musicians. Always a pleasure to enjoy and appreciate the talent and the creativity of people. We got it. Now a little tapping right here. There's no right or wrong way to tap. You just want to be gentle. Always be gentle with your human, with both your physicality and your words. Right there. And out of your sternum, right here, clavicle, whatever you want to call it. Your bones, your bone of bones. Easy. Your collarbone, that's really what I meant. Oh well. Here we are, it's pouring down rain and it's windy, very blustery morning. Now, right there, thymus, sternum. This is also really good for activating your white blood cells, making them happier, particularly if you're feeling under the weather or a little bit slow. Maybe your human's a little sluggish. Perfect. Now we're going to take it right to the very top rib, right in the center of your top rib. Go ahead, take that deep breath, and your arms are going to come up, and you're going to nestle right in the top of your crown. I'm going to take some breath, and I want you to feel your air breath coming all the way up from your feet and actually out the fingertips. Nourish yourself with nice deep breaths. And then your thumbs right in between your eyes, opening up that third eye. I want you to feel into your balance of your feet, your foundation. Feel your toes. You may have shoes on, I don't know. I prefer whenever possible to be barefoot when I'm stretching. I prefer to be outside at the park is what I prefer, barefoot. And right to your heart. And go ahead and do a couple of deep breaths. Send some love to yourself. And then send some love out to this universe which we are in. I certainly could use a lot of extra love. Hold that beautiful, loving vibration. Your thumbs into your belly button. Now just flip it down, and you're going to feel your sacral chakra. This is where your powerhouse is. It's where all your organs are. It's the center of your universe. And I'm actually feeling right now into a little vibration of the lower body, kind of working through my hips, kind of swaying through. I always believe stretching should be fluid and easy, certainly not jerky or hard. So we want to go ahead, we're just going to rotate with our palms down around our spine. Beautiful. You can feel that spine rotate, and then put your hands towards your body. And now we're going to do gorilla arms. And that's just, I guess that's, I don't know why I named them that, but just get your arms long and let them, this is a great way to wake up too. If you're just getting out of bed, you want to kind of move your human around and kind of get everybody flowing. We're going to do some infinity. And I like to add my hips in and release that low back. And push through. Do, 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 do. Now I want you to do a little energy pushing. So you want to just push it away. You're not just pushing it away, you're expanding the space. You're expanding your energy. But I want you to start feeling your energy and how you can shift it around. We are all energy. We are all connected. And we are always changing. I know, it's always hard for me to wrap my head around all that. But it is the truth. We are energetic beings. So now we're going to take a nice deep breath. We're going to go ahead and pull it up from the feet, shush it down. So in case you didn't know, this is called energy zesting. We are doing the energy zesting. Great way to start out your day. Great way to, now we got to do the shimmy. Oh, we got to pull it up, lock it in, and then we got to do the shimmy. Rebounding, bouncing, whatever I like it called the shimmy because you can have a little more fun with it. Good for your bones. I read an article that said, 50 jumps or shimmies. I like the shimmy because it's the whole thing. First thing in the morning, bone density, wake you up, tissue, muscle. Hey, there's so many things that we can do in a really short period of time that are so good for us, both our minds and our humans. So, another deep breath. Oh, I'm gonna yawn. Oh, that's crazy. Let's go forward. And take it nice and easy. So I had the funniest thing happen. I had a package delivered to my postal box from some company, addressed to me. No shipping, nothing, no information in the little package. I have no idea. It's some kind of a rotary tool. Okay. Nothing's been charged on my charge cards. I have no idea. Confused. Take it back. I get a text from my son. Uncle Frank ordered something sent to your house. Mystery solved. I will be taking the rotary tool to Australia with me for Uncle Frank. And you can imagine I was just a little bit, well, I couldn't imagine why somebody would send me a tool. That's so funny. Take a deep breath. Clasp those hands behind your neck. And now I want you to go ahead and you're going to bring your elbows together as you drop your chin, your head. And I want you to feel into your feet. You want to put your weight to the outside of your ankles, the outside of your knees, and the outside of your hips. Stack them up, align them. And then as we drop that chin down, open up that neck, open up that upper back, feel it all the way across your upper back into your shoulder blade, down your spine. You want to hold that core, activate that core, feel where it is. And you can even activate, if you want to, go ahead, activate those lower body muscles. You feel them in your legs. You can just kind of contract and release them. Perfect. And just let that gravity drop a little bit further. Now open it up. Push your arms all the way out. We're going to go ahead and scoop straight forward. And now I want you to go a little bit further, right? So it's from here to here. You're pulling your belly button in towards the spine, squeezing your shoulder blades together, and really opening up underneath your shoulder blades, across your back. And of course, you've got your core activated and your feet. You've got your balance, you've got your foundation. It's all good. Deep breath, all the way up. And now elongate even further. Look up at the sky. In this case, look up at the ceiling. We will definitely be here in the studio through the winter. Well, except when I'm in Australia. So I'll take you guys to Australia with me this trip. I do a couple lives from, I'm not sure where. We'll see. Depends on the weather. So I want you to go ahead. Push it. Push it. Come on, a little bit further. We're going to go ahead, clasp in the back. Hands together, we're going to push it down. So you want to push it down as far as you can. Then we're going to go ahead, dropping the shoulder blades, squeezing them together, opening up the chest. Lengthening our spine, growing longer, taller, and working on our posture. And you can, if you want to, go ahead and work through your feet. You can kind of feel them, how are they feeling today, since they spend so much time supporting us in all that we do. We want to be kind to them, but we're still stretching, opening up the pecs, the shoulder blades. Blustery morning. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to put the fingertips together and we're going to go up as far as we can. It doesn't matter where that might be. And once again, what did happen? The shoulder blades down, squeeze them together. So how was your week? Let me know in the comments how your week went. We were talking about connection. The last couple of weeks have been about flow and connection. And I find this so important. Our humans actually crave connections with other humans. But I will say that I would be very protective about the humans you select to connect with. Um, Learning some very interesting lessons myself about some toxic people I have had in my life. And I have allowed situations to occur that really weren't healthy for me. And choosing, like, think about when you've been invited to something or when you're choosing to go do something. Why are you saying yes? And if you're saying no, that's perfectly fine. And just start asking yourself, like, okay, so why am I choosing to do this? Do I have an outcome? Do I have a, you know, an intention? Do I have an old habit that I'm just continuing with? Perhaps not thinking about why I'm doing something? Anyway, always interesting for me to get in alignment. Exhale down, shake it out. One up, one down. I had coffee. Over the last week or 2 weeks, I went out to I don't drink coffee, but I went out to coffee with some women, two different groups of women. And I've met from two different environments. Anyway, it was just fascinating for me to sit back as an observer of both of them and determine why I was there or why I didn't need to be there. And just listening to some of the conversations, I found it fascinating. But anyway, so tell me about your connections this past week. How did it go? Did you meet anybody new? I met a lovely lady. I've ran into her a couple of times in town. She's new in town, and she has these two cats that she takes out in a stroller. I'm not making this up. I ran into her at the grocery store, I ran into her at another store. Anyway, the third time I ran into her, I decided we should introduce ourselves. She's originally Brazilian, from Brazil, but she's, anyway, I met a total stranger who is absolutely lovely named Sonia with two cats in her stroller. And I thought, what a coincidence. I was obviously meant to meet this lovely person. So that was it was just shocking when I saw her the third time. I was like, okay. And got to hear a little bit about her story. And she works in mental health. And she has two cats that are litter mates, go around in the stroller, a cat stroller. I don't know. Anyway, it just makes me realize I need to keep myself more open for wonderful serendipitous possibilities in my world. And how easy it is to forget to do those things. Okay, I think I want you to take a deep breath, and we're going to go ahead and just bring our arms up to, I guess we call that a goalpost. Great exercise to do against the wall because you'll be able to see where your range of motion is, and really easy to see your progression in your range of motion when you do it against the wall. And I can tell my right shoulder has always been a bit of a pill. And so it doesn't go down as far or as smooth. But an excellent exercise. And once again, don't put your shoulders up. We want to work through it, and you want to feel your core, and you want to activate the muscles in your lower extremities. Where is it? How is it going? Just working through it easily. This is always a good way to work on your balance. Because, we can go up on our toes. We can walk through it while we do these. But we're really focusing on that shoulder range of motion. I have a lot of clients with shoulder issues. Fascinating how that happens. Push it out, shake it, and let go of it. I think that'd be nice to rotate them around, kind of release through, breathing with it. Oh, excellent. So how is your human feeling today? Let me know. And I think we're going to act as if you're doing the backstroke. Just opening up through the shoulder. I also notice in a lot of the work I do, as well as the teaching I do, A lot of people don't use their range of motion. You know, a lot of people, when they're doing something, they think they're doing a whole circle, when that actually doesn't feel real good on the shoulder. Where that, because then you're activating, you can feel the shoulder blade activate, yeah. And then you're coming around, pec's gonna get in there. So think of that. Think about that push through. Yeah? So good for us. So good. And you can even rotate a little bit with it. Put some rotation in your spine. Well, that's always good. Yes, it is. All right, go ahead. Arm crossed, lift tall. Feel those feet. And don't push against your elbow. Be soft on your joints. Be kind to your joints. So what fun things have you planned for your life? I started planning at least something every week that's different that I haven't maybe done before, like the music I went to see on Friday night, which was absolutely lovely. And just trying to continually, you know, liven up my life, if you will, to bring forth new adventures, new people, new creativity. And I find for myself that it's really important as the weather gets here in my continent, it gets darker and the days get much shorter. And so it's even more important that I kind of cultivate those activities. When it's lovely out in the summer, I'm out all the time. So it's different for me for the winter time. You know, I feel like it's time to put my jammies on and have a bowl of soup at 4 in the afternoon. That'll be about a month from now when it's gray here. Go ahead, take that, rotate them back, take that deep breath, and go ahead, stretch out your right arm, pulling back on your fingers, opening up your wrist, push through your wrist, feeling it up all the way into your forearm, reversing your hand. So I have the privilege, you know, I go to the Oregon coast every month for the new moon. And this week I'm going to go for 2 nights. I usually just go for 1. But I go down and I stay in this charming little place that has a fireplace. And oftentimes it's rainy and windy down there. And I love that just as much. I always look forward to my I kind of think of it as sacred time. It's very special. And it always brings me great joy. And I seem to really just relax the minute I get there. I'm an ocean person anyway, but so the Oregon coast brings me great joy. And so I will be down there for 3 days this week. Now I just want you to push and pull with your hands. And you might as well go ahead a little bit of peck work while we're at it. Yeah, and if you're having any challenges with your hands, get one of those grip balls and really practice squeezing. It makes a really big difference in it, keeping your wrists and your hands active, fluid, and flexible. I notice with a lot of my older clients, you know, they can't open jars, they're tentative about things. It's probably just from not using it enough. So grab some of those squidgy balls or whatever they're called, and feel free to do that. How about if we just go ahead and take it straight down, all the way to the floor. Actually, we're going to go right to our hands and knees since we're here. Makes it nice and easy. And we're going to stack it up. So you want your hands right under your shoulders. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to release up. We're going to do the cat-cow. You know me, I'm all about the cat-cow. Good for your digestion, your small intestine, great for your posture. Good for your neck. And then you're going to go ahead and just roll and round through. So you're pulling your belly button to your spine. You're going to drop your head, look through your legs if you can, and round that. Deep inhale. And you're going to arch through, looking up as to the extent you are able. Rounding through. Drop your head down. And let's go through and actually speed it up with a breath pattern. Put that in your daily do-do list. Daily to-do list. Not your do-do list. Oh, that's funny. In your daily to-do list. And go ahead and sit back into a child's pose. Oh, I'm pretty funny. That's, legs up the wall for 10 minutes, the cat-cow, the windshield wipers, those are things that we need to do every single day. And go ahead and lay. You can either put your arms out, you can put your head on your hands, whatever is most comfortable for you. And I want you to breathe through, feel that conscious breathing. Yes. I think I could stay here all day. All right. You know what? Since we're right here, I'm going to have us stretch out on our stomachs. So just ease yourself down gently. And we're going to look up. This may be as far as your flexibility is, and that is perfect. I'm not expecting anybody to ever push beyond what is comfortable. You might be able to come up here, and you might want to arch a little bit. This is so good, and you want to lift your chin up, lengthen your neck, particularly when we do the forward folding world, the computer, the streaming devices, and the deadly phone. I'm right there with you guys. I might be recording on my phone, which is what I do. It certainly has made my YouTube channel easier, but we want to make sure we're counteracting all of that forward folding, because you don't breathe as well. Your vertebrae, you start crunching forward. You can get stenosis. A lot of people are getting stenosis. So take that deep breath. And then I want you to just very casually come back down. And just let it, now you're going to let that back open up. So you're going to let your low back open up. You're going to kind of just nestle to the floor. Nice and easy. And now I want you to go ahead and roll over onto your back. I have to stay within the camera range. So you want to go ahead on your back, and we're going to just bring in, we're going to keep the left foot on the floor, and we're going to just bring in the right knee to our chest. And breathe. Open up that low back. Feel your back kind of opens and sinks into the floor or your mat. I'm sinking into my favorite dragon. My favorite dragon. This rug was handmade in Tibet. And it's really cool when you look at it, because you can see all the variations. And I would not call them imperfections, I would call them the perfection of the art. I saw, let's switch legs. I saw a short video on how they dye their yarns and how they make their rugs. It's pretty phenomenal. I have not been there, however. I have not been to Tibet. That's another fun thing to do when you're deciding how you want to expand your life and putting new things on your calendar. Start investigating. Okay, right foot on your left knee. We're going to open up the right hip, right, through the glutes, the hip. And you want to keep both of your hips anchored down and your core nice and engaged. We're just working right here. Start doing some fun, and I don't say I say research, that's not it, but start looking up some interesting places in the world that might be a fun thing to learn about and maybe go visit. It's fascinating when you can start opening up different cultures and civilizations that we know nothing about. I highly encourage that. That's a really fun, creative thing to do. I found for me in the past that I didn't learn much about the geography of any place until I was actually going to go visit it. But how fun that we could create trips in our minds and still see the activity, the culture, or at least glimpse into it, the food. That's always fun. Let's switch sides. We're going to open up on that left side. So when I travel to Australia, I get interesting requests for things to take over. Some very comical, like Cheez-It crackers. Like, if you don't live in the United States, you probably don't eat them either. But this trip, I have two important things I have to do. For my son, I have to make a double chocolate cheesecake. And for my son-in-law, I have to make a key lime pie. So apparently, I'm going to have to put my little chef's hat on, or my baker hat. And it never turns out like it does here. It's all... the translation of the recipes always become very comical. So maybe I'll take you guys into whichever Australian kitchen I'm in cooking. That might be a funny life. It has nothing to do with stretching, but it does stretch your imagination. One year I was over there, my daughter's oven wasn't working, my son's oven wasn't working, and my sister-in-law's oven wasn't working. So I was wondering where I was supposed to go. But it all worked out in the long run. Okay. Now I think we're going to do the windshield wipers. We're going to do them laying down today. And I like to have my arms either at the side or up. You can put them wherever is comfortable. But it's really important to get through the windshield wipers on both sides. Something you could do before you get out of bed, particularly if you have a low back or any kind of hip issues where, you first start out in the morning, everything's obviously tightens up. And so the windshield wipers, these are on our everyday list. And you can do them laying down, you can do them sitting up, and try and work all the way around, because you're going to get from your spine, right, all the way around if you push through all the way around. So that's what we want to work through there. And now we're going to go ahead, we're going to keep our left foot on the floor, and we're going to extend our right leg. And we're going to feel that beautiful hamstring right here. Yes, that beautiful hamstring. Mine are always tight. I'm not sure why. I know why. Anyway, between walking and sitting, those two things do make a difference. So anyway, and I really want you to push your low back flat into the floor. And I want you to be very gentle as you're working. You're going to feel that hamstring from the connection, right? You can actually put your fingers on it, and you know exactly what you're working. And as we stretch, we lengthen and strengthen our muscles. If you flex your feet, you're going to get more. It's going to get tighter. You'll also feel a little more in your calf and your Achilles. And now keeping that, digging that left heel down, we're just going to take our right leg out, and we're going to add in our adductor, which is our inner thigh, right there. So you're just gently bringing it to the side. Gently, gently. You want to make sure you keep that left hip grounded and anchored. Straight back up. Bring that knee into your chest. Give it a hug. Put it down. Go ahead and bring your left knee in. Give it a hug. That actually does a number of things. It gets you can feel your hip flexor. You can feel your low back. You can actually feel your spine. Go ahead, extend up. Once again, we want to feel a hamstring. Oh, keep breathing. Feel it all the way. Like I said, you can flex if you want to, or not. And just breathe into it. Remember, where your attention goes, that energy flows. So feel it. And of course, our upper torso wants to stay nice and relaxed. And go ahead and take that out to the side, adding in that inner thigh. Keeping that right hip anchored down onto the floor. Okay, folks, he's back. He just went for a walk and he's quite wet. Okay, so we're going to just put our feet together, open up into a butterfly, bring your arms up and put them shoulder width apart. I want you to lengthen your spine. I want you to do some lovely conscious breathing. I want you to bring the air in, up through your spine, out the top of your head, and then so big Buddha belly in through your nose, out the top of your head. Let's do one more. Now bring your knees together. Just roll over onto your side. Bring yourself up to a nice comfortable position, whatever that might be for you. Oh, I'm just sitting sideways here. All right, so I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I wish for you a week filled with joy. Put something new on your calendar that you haven't done before. Share with me what you did. Work on 10 minutes for your legs up the wall, conscious breathing. Do add in 10 minutes of stretching every day, at least, if you can, more if you've got the time. 10 minutes is easy. Even if you put it in 2 5-minute segments, it's fine. You get the benefits. If you enjoyed this, please hit the like button. If you would like to join this lovely global community, please hit the subscribe. I encourage you to share this with anyone that you think would find the benefit in it. I am Jina Bieland. I am the creator, the founder, and the chief energy officer right here at Strength, Stretch, and Shine, when everything is about flexibility, balance, and strength for your mind, your body, and your soul. May your week be blessed. Know that you are loved. And until next time, be flexible.